Once upon a time, in a small, lively town, there was a friendly and curious dog named Blue. Blue was a Border Collie puppy with a soft, thick coat and eyes so blue that they could rival the summer sky. Blue was named for those sparkling eyes and his adventurous spirit. Blue lived with his loving family in a cozy house with a large backyard. His days were filled with fun, games, and exploring his yard. But Blue had a burning curiosity about what lay beyond his home. One sunny morning, Blue decided it was the day to explore further. He pushed the gate open with his nose and trotted out. His heart pounded with excitement as he discovered new scents, sounds, and sights. He scampered across fields, splashed through streams, and chased butterflies in the meadows. Eventually, Blue stumbled upon a large, intimidating forest. He felt a little scared, but his spirit of adventure was too strong. He boldly walked into the forest, where the sunlight dappled through the tall trees. He saw squirrels scampering up trees and heard birds chirping from high above. Soon, though, the woods grew thicker, and Blue began to feel lost. The once friendly chirping of the birds now seemed eerie, and the forest seemed to close in around him. Fear crept into his heart, and he missed his warm bed, his delicious food, and most importantly, his family. Blue felt scared and alone. He howled for help, but the only response was the echo of his own voice. Just when Blue felt most alone, he heard a soft hooting sound. Looking up, he saw a wise old owl perched on a tree branch. The owl had been watching Blue's journey and decided to intervene. The owl flew down and asked, "Why are you so far from home, young pup?" Blue explained how he had set out on an adventure, but now was lost and missed his family. The wise owl nodded and said, "Remember, young pup, that the thrill of adventure must be balanced with knowing when to return to where you're safe and loved. True bravery isn't only about exploring new things, but also about knowing when to retreat and go home." These words struck a chord in Blue's heart. He understood the owl's message. He had let his curiosity get the better of him and forgotten the safety of his boundaries. He felt a pang of guilt and knew he had to return home. With the owl's help, Blue retraced his steps, making his way out of the daunting forest. As he trotted back home, the warm lights of his house twinkling in the distance filled his heart with joy and relief. His family was waiting for him at the door. Their faces lit up when they saw him, and they enveloped him in a warm, loving hug. That night, Blue slept peacefully in his bed, grateful for his safe home and his family. From that day on, Blue never forgot the wise owl's words. He still enjoyed his adventures, but always within the safe confines of his neighborhood. He had learned an important lesson, that while it was fun to explore, he should always respect his boundaries and remember the comfort and safety of his home. Blue had become not just an adventurous pup, but a wiser one too. He was content with his adventures within the safe boundaries of his neighborhood, always surrounded by the love of his family. He now knew that a true adventure isn't just about exploring new places, but also about appreciating what one already has. And so, Blue's days were filled with joy, fun, and adventure.